court right now is listening to you, because that's precisely what they're thinking right now. The 8 judges, they're thinking about you as we speak. And that's incredibly important. I've learned a lot about you. I like your style. I like your attitude. And when I grow up, I want to be like you. It's true. I wish I was younger, but I'm not. But let me tell you, I've said many times that you are my heroes, and I'm not exaggerating. Pero sobre todo ustedes son mis heroínas, porque hay más mujeres que se han lanzado aquí. Ustedes, mujeres, nos han enseñado a nosotros cuál es el camino. Así que ustedes son mis heroínas. Let me tell you what I've learned. I've spoken with many of you in the past, and what I've learned is that the first step is to lose the fear. That's what you taught me. It's not something that I told you. It's something that you taught me. The first step is to lose the fear. Of course, we're all scared of many, many different things. I'm sure you're scared about being detained and deported. I've been talking to many of you. Some of your parents, they just told me they rather drive instead of thousands of miles just to get here instead of taking a flight. But the fact is that we all have fears. But also something really important is that we cannot live in fear, because fear paralyzes you. So what you taught me is that the first step is to lose the fear. But also that on the other side of fear, there's action. If you act, that's the way to do it. And that's precisely what you've been doing. Because you could have been like your parents. It was a different generation, it was a different time. But you could have been paralyzed, you could have been completely silent, you could have been invisible. But that was another time. Now you have to be completely visible, you have to be loud, you have to change things. So let me give you a personal example. When last August, I went to Des Moines, Iowa to confront Donald Trump. This is what I was thinking in Iowa. I was thinking, what would a dreamer do with Donald Trump? That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I wasn't thinking, what would I personally do? I was thinking, what would each one of you would do with Donald Trump? And then you know what I remember? I remember when you went to Congress and went to the offices of senators and members of Congress, and when you went with John Boehner, who was having breakfast somewhere, and you stopped that breakfast, and you said, stop that hot dog or whatever you're having, or omelet. You gotta talk to me, you gotta answer to me. Or when you went with that member of Congress and said, here's my passport, or here's my DACA permit. Just tear it down. I mean, if you're brave enough. So when I went to talk to Donald Trump, I was thinking about you. What would you have done with Donald Trump? And that's exactly the same thing I did. I went to that press conference and I confronted him.